And other issues, the senator from California, Dianne Feinstein, ranking senator on the Senate Intelligence Committee. Thanks so much for joining us, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jake.
I'd love to get your reaction to these 4 U.S. Olympic swimmers being accused today by Brazilian officials of having lied about being held up at gunpoint in Rio and committed acts of violence. It's turned into an international incident. How serious do you think it is?
Well, it can be serious or it cannot be serious. I think Lee Steinberg, who's a very respected advisor to athletes, I think he gave very good advice. I think it should be taken. These fellows were out at 4 a.m. I mean, who does what at 4 a.m.? Whatever happened, and there are different stories, continuing this doesn't make any sense. I would join him in say apologize, make your amends, and put it aside. And hopefully that'll be the case, because this is an incident that's going to escalate. I say one other thing. When anybody goes out into another country to represent our country, and Olympians are part of that representation, they shouldn't be out on the streets at 4 a.m. drinking and carousing. And I think that's kind of common sense. You represent your country. We are a powerful country. People look for things to bat us down. And I think it's up for those of us that are in the public eye, that represent our government, our people, our Constitution, and most importantly, our flag, do so with the highest respect for the country they're in.
All right. Also breaking this afternoon, the spokesman for the U.S. State Department, John Kirby, minutes ago, he commented on the $400 million cash payment to Iran that many critics of the Obama administration have called a ransom payment. I want to play that video for you and let you respond.
In basic English, you're saying that you wouldn't give them the $400 million in cash until the prisoners were released, correct?
That's correct.
So Kirby emphasizing that doesn't necessarily mean it's a quid pro quo.
That's right.
But a lot of people are going to hear that quote and see it as the definition of ransom for all intents and purposes.
Well, look, we're in campaign season. Misconstruing what somebody says, particularly if they're part of the administration, has become an art form of this campaign. The facts are clear. This was a negotiation over, I think, a 1979 sale. This is Iranian money that was frozen. The agreement was that the $400 million be returned to Iran. Now, Iran was going to release hostages that we very much liked released. Would we send them the money before they're released or after they're released? I ask for your judgment. I know what I would do. It would be after they are released. And that's exactly what the administration did, and I think it's very much the right thing.
You're the ranking Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, as I said, and you've been receiving briefings similar to the one that Donald Trump got yesterday and that Hillary Clinton will soon get. Do you share the view of the Senate Democratic leader, Harry Reid, that Donald Trump cannot be trusted with this kind of intelligence briefing?
Well, I know this. I know that you have in Secretary Clinton the most experienced, knowledgeable leader ever running for president. I think that's well known, and I think it's accepted, and I think it's fact. I think in Donald Trump, you have somebody that is spontaneous, that explodes, that says the first thing that comes to his mind, that didn't know that Russia invaded the Ukraine or annexed Crimea, who, to put it nicely, is not up to date on these things. We're in a very difficult position with respect to classified information. The classification system is difficult for many of us to understand. There are those of us that believe it's overclassified. So the briefings he's having are all classified briefings, and he's going to have to restrict what he says about those briefings to the extent that those briefings better inform him. I'm all for them. He should be better informed, and he needs to be better informed.
All right, Senator Dianne Feinstein, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.